Please, I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I'm Courtney. This is just a quick little hello, because I went on a rant on my last podcast. I kind of went off. Well, I did. I went off for over an hour about all kinds of stuff, just like everything. I was just on one, So I figured I'd dial it back a little, reel it in, rewind backwards, back up, beep, beep. And plus I'm walking my dogs and I'm always like sniffing and breathing heavy, and it's not a good sound when you're trying to do a podcast. As much as I don't care about editing, I also don't want it to sound like I'm in labor or I'm that out of shape. Like, that's not hot. As Paris would say, that's not hot. I know she'd say that's hot, but in this case, she would not. Anyway, hi, hello, thank you. I am so grateful for those of you that have made the choice to tune in and listen to my nonsense, my yelling, my ranting, my poor me, my woe is me, my temper tantrums, all of it. You managed to listen when I am feeling sorry for myself, when I'm boo-hooing, when I'm literally rambling about absolutely nothing, and when I'm on my soapbox. So thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm getting more and more listeners. So tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a coworker, a family member, spouse, whatever. Tell a monkey, word gets out. They're smart. Tell all the woodland creatures. They'll spread the words. Anyway, today I don't really have anything super crazy to talk about. Kind of a combo of politics and mental health and stuff. On the politic front, can somebody who knows math better than my high school education, my American high school education, which we all know is not worth a hill of beans. We're all stupid over here. We are. I can admit that. We are a bunch of illiterate idiots in America. Obese ones. Obese, illiterate idiots that believe in mutilation and just all kinds of crazy nonsense. But I still love this country, damn it. I really do, because I think for all of our crazy, we have a lot of amazing stuff that other countries can just really, suck a what, because we're pretty badass over here in spite of our nonsense going on right now. Just like I think that Canada, I give you crap like I give a sibling crap. I think your country is so frickin' beautiful. Like, how stunning is Canada? Stunning. And I think that it's the same thing as here. It is what I've always said. I give France a ton of crap. Country, I've only been to Paris. I have no idea what the rest of the country looks like other than pictures that my friend has shown me. Looks magnificent. It comes down to who's steering the boat, Who's steering the boat? Is it a drunk driver? Is it someone on Prozac and bourbon like our driver? Who knows? So it's not about the people. I've said that forever. I give people that support the craziness crap because you deserve it. But anyway, I'm not educated like I'm American educated. I graduated from America. How does a governor, let's say for hypothetical, what if it were the governor of California? how does the governor of California, hypothetically, buy a home that is that sold for $9.2 million on a salary that is six figures, that's $200,000 in the low six figures? Question for all you smarty pantses out there. Because again, I'm not part of that crew, not part of the smarty pants crew. So anybody out there, can you answer that? And the whole fires thing, I keep hearing something about hikers, something about illegal immigrants with a blowtorch, something about debris, something about a smelty, I don't know. But the point is, they started and there wasn't enough manpower, there wasn't enough water. And in 1 minute, Gavin Newsom is like, oh, and Trump is spreading misinformation. Trump is spreading misinformation. He's saying that there were no waters in the reservoir, and that is just false, phony misinformation. And then the reporter's like, well, actually, and then they were like, actually, there wasn't water. And then all of a sudden, Gavin's like, oh, yeah, and there wasn't water, and that's exactly why I had my people. And then he started talking about taking credit for, not taking credit, but acting like he did know it. And the fact that he knew it is why he took quick steps to fix the problem. It's like, so wait a second. Is Trump spreading misinformation and there was water in the reservoir, or was Trump correct and there wasn't water? Because we already know the answer. So he's just a shady mofo, And another YouTuber had said this, and it cracked me up because it's true. They're like, he has just such a punchable face. And he does. Look up Gavin Newsom. If you guys listening don't know who Gavin Newsom is, he's the governor of the shit state of California. I'm sorry, there's a lot of California listeners, and it used to be beautiful. And again, it isn't your fault maybe it is, if you're one that has voted for all this nonsense, or maybe you voted for it and now you're like, shit. I did that. I voted for Obama the first time, not the second, the first. And I went, boo. And then I didn't the second time. So maybe you voted for him and you were like, oops, my bad. And now you're realizing it. But California, looked like it used to be lovely. But I've never really been a fan of the politics, of course, ever. But at any rate, Gavin Newsom, one of the YouTubers, is like, you have such a punchable face. He has such a punchable face, and he freaking does. You look at him and you immediately want to just KO him. God, he just is so pompous and condescending and just, you want to kick him. You know that movie, What Happens in Vegas? And it's Lake, oh man, I love her, Lake Bell, and Cameron Diaz. And she's like, you just want to go over, knock on his door, have him open up the door, and you punch him right in the dick. And he'll go, why? And you'll go, you know why? I mean, that's not verbatim. That's not exactly how she says it, but basically punch him in the dick and he'll cover up his wiener and go, why? And she'll go, you know why? That's what I want to do to Gavin Newsom. I just want to punch him in his dick and have him be like, why, Courtney? And be like, you know why, Gavin? You know why? Ugh. He's just gross. Anyway. So that's bugging me. How does $200,000 a year equate to $9.2 million home? You know that he's doing the dirty with someone. You know that there's hanky-pankiness going on. Ugh. Anyway, again, I graduated from, an American high school. So, and not even a good American. I mean, no offense. I love my alma mater, but we're not up there in the top. So, anywho, that's bugging me. And secondly, I just want to say again to anybody that is struggling with addiction, struggling with, oops, sorry, Bonnie, I'm sorry, struggling with a partner, with a spouse, it's hard, and I'm sorry, and depression is a real bitch. And I get real tired of people being like, well, just go do this, just go do that. And it's like, listen, bitch, if I could do that, it wouldn't be depression. I mean, I don't mean like literal bitch, but you know what I'm saying? Then that wouldn't be depression. And I know people are trying to help. I get it. I do. But sometimes you just want to vent and have someone just listen to you, even if they're not even actually listening, just nod their head and pretend. So, little word of advice to people out there sometimes, especially to spouses, sometimes you don't have to actually be listening to everything. Sometimes people just want to vent, get shit out their chest and not have a solution. We're not expecting a solution. We're not expecting like anything. Just be like, I'm sorry. That sounds tough. I'm sorry. And like a hug. That's it. Okay. So, but addiction for people that are the addict and for the family, it sucks. And I hate it. And I don't wish it on people. And depression and mental health issues sucks. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody out there that's struggling with just crap in general, life is amazing and we definitely need to focus on the good, like I always say, but take that time to struggle. Take that time to be sad, happy, depressed. And then again, depression, I realize you can't just snap out of depression, but if you're just feeling depressed, sad, happy, whatever, take that time, take it in, allow it, and then we got to move on, right? But it's hard. Easier said than done. So if you're going through it, I just wanted to try to throw it out there that it does suck. And go ahead and go punch your pillow. Go, don't be a lunatic and like go scream outside and stuff, even though it probably feels real good. But if you have something like a basement that no one will hear you and think that like maybe not a basement, because people, your neighbors might think that you're like someone desperately screaming for help in a basement. That's not good. Punch a punching bag, scream in your pillow, go on a walk, whatever. But I'm sorry. And that sucks. So again, just a quick little shout out, just a quick question I wanted to throw out to all the, smarties out there. How does 200,000 equate to $9 million home in the States, in the state of California? How does that, I just wanted to ask all you smarty people out there. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Tell a friend. And I'm not sorry for my last temper tantrum. It just was a little long-winded, right? Anyway, thanks for listening. Until next time.